Hello? Is this thing working? I sure hope so. There we go. Now I think it's working. Okay, what's up everybody? How you guys doing? I don't know, this last stream didn't start. It looked like it was going, but it didn't start the stream, so now it's working. Good old YouTube. Pain in my butt. All right, how's everyone doing today? Besides YouTube being a giant buttocks pain. All right. What about races, Coolburn? All right, how's it going, guys? Hopefully everybody's having a good day so far. All right, so War Robots question and answer. You guys got some questions? I might have some answers. MWR says 2 streams. What do you mean? There's not 2 streams running, is there? I don't know. My streaming software is having some issues. Hopefully we don't have 2 streams going because that would not be wonderful. All right, so Plaps Blue Ribbon, what's going on? Kanye, what's up? Host, how's it going? Azabek, MWR, Enduro, we got Mitos, we got Hero, we got Chalendra, Fatal Gamer, Will Burn, Adore. Nice to see you guys today. How's everyone doing? Everybody having a good day? I definitely hope so. We got Mon in the house. How are you doing? I think today is Tuesday, isn't it? Normally on this channel I stream on sometimes Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. All right. Enduro wants to know if Nodens is better than the Heimdall. Nodens is a better healer. I think Heimdall's a better fighter, though. So it really depends on what you're trying to do with it, I think. If your main goal is just to heal everybody up and play support, then you would probably want to go with the Nodens. But if you want something that's a little bit in between of a brawler, not really a brawler, but a fighter slash healer, then you would probably want to go with the Heimdall. They're both really good. The Heimdall is probably a lot more fun to play, though. But they're both very nice overall. All right, Hamady says, when will you make a live stream of the giveaway? Those are already done, bud. We did a live stream on pretty much, we did a giveaway on pretty much every live stream last week. So that was pretty much it for the giveaways on the live stream. So you still got a couple of days to get entered on the video that's up. All right. Hosty says, anybody having issues with the lasso ability? If you're talking about the lasso on the Indra, it seems to work okay for me. But you can't shoot people that are behind cover or anything like that. You have to wait till they're out in the open. Fatal Gamer, I don't have any VR anything, so probably never. VR content sounds fun, but yeah. I don't have anything that can do VR. Mon says, I almost panicked. I lost my VIP membership, then I realized I'm on the dark side. Yeah, Mon's a monthly member on my other channel. Thank you, Mon. Alright, Colburn says, which Titan should I start building for the upcoming meta? What build? I have Minos, Luchador, and Sharinga. See, that's the thing about Titans. The Titans are very hard to tell somebody which one they should get because they're all very different. Most of them are still pretty good if played correctly, and I really don't know which Titan you're going to like. That's why I made that little Titan guide not too long ago, is to try and help people figure out which Titans they should build. But yeah, I don't know what you're going to like. I mean, I really think Luchador is good with like the lantern weapons. That's a lot of fun. I think Heimdall is good. Nodens is really good. Indra is really good. I mean, those are the main ones I would look at, or possibly even a Ming. If you have 600-meter weapons on a Ming, it can be pretty good right now. But yeah, I really don't know which one's going to fit your playing style and which one you're going to enjoy playing is the thing. Delicious, what's up? How are you doing? Brandy, what's going on? Alright, so Minos is a very fun and very good Titan. Miramitz is just kind of okay at the moment. It's still pretty good, but not something I would really play on a daily basis. And Luchador, I mean, if you like Brawler Titan, I guess, Luchador is still pretty good, but out of the three, I mean, I personally would probably go with the Minos, but I suck at playing the Minos. I get my butt kicked every time I try to play it. I can't figure out the play style on that robot. It's just not for me. So I know a lot of people that play the Minos and absolutely dominate with it, but when I try and play it, nope, does not work. So that's why I say Titans are really personal preference. Hey, Zox, what's up, buddy? Nice to see ya. How you doing, man? Are you back to playing the game again? That would be kind of cool. Ski Lord says, I have 9,500 mace components. Is there any chance I can get the last 500 components? Yeah, I mean, at some point there's going to be a way to get those components again, but I don't know when. That's the thing. Sometimes you just kind of have to wait. If the components are no longer in the crates, eventually you will be able to get the components, but I don't know if it's going to be 2 weeks from now or 3 months from now. You know what I mean? So definitely hold on to them until they give you the opportunity to get more components for those. But worst comes to worst, eventually they will be added to the workshop at some time. I just don't know when. Is Fafnir good for Diamond 2? Yeah, Fafnir is a very good robot hero. It's not easy to play, so I don't know how you're going to do with it or if you're going to like it, but it's actually a very good robot if played correctly. It takes some getting used to, though. But yeah, I mean, it's a really good robot with the right setup on it. I know a lot of people don't like it because it's really slow now and it's a lot harder to play. Eric says, what do you think of the Fenrir with 2x overdrives plus a balance unit? I mean, that would be okay. Eric, do you have nuclear amplifiers? Those would be a little bit better, but if you don't, yeah, I mean, two overdrives to give you some extra damage plus a balance unit would be okay. That sounds like a pretty decent build. Not as good as running balance units and nuclear amplifiers, but you know what? It would definitely work if that's all you have. Hero says you can get some components from the leaderboards. Yeah, you know, I'm not really sure what's in the current leaderboard, but yeah, you can get some components from there for sure. Hostile. I think that says hostile, actually. The crazy letters are hard to read, but it says Minos is an amazing killer. Yeah, if you know how to play it, it definitely is. Is Sharinga good compared with the Minos? Alright, Sharinga has crazy amounts of firepower, but it dies very, very easy, so most people I know don't really like the Sharinga. A few people I know love it. Now, if you've got a buddy you can play with who's going to come out with a healer like a Nodens or something, and they can just focus on healing your Sharinga all the time, you can keep it alive for a long time and it becomes really good. But if you're just playing like in solo matches and you bring that thing out and you don't have anybody to heal you, you got to be really, really careful with it because it dies so easy, but it packs a punch. I mean, those 3 heavies are crazy. What's up, Epic? How you doing, buddy? Been a member for 3 months. That's awesome. What builds do I recommend on Orochi? Well, punchers are really good. Redeemers are really good. Those new radiation weapons are really good. What else would be good on there? I mean, you could even run 2 Thunders on there, actually. Probably wouldn't be the best setup, but Thunders aren't too bad for what they are, and they're cheap to upgrade. Ski Lord says, what drone chip would I get for Typhon? Well, that also depends on which drone you're running, so different drones hold different chips, so I can't really answer that. But I would either go with the Beak if you want more damage, or I would go with the Nebula drone if you want more durability. Alright, Jimmy said he's got some good questions for me. Yeah, Hostile. Okay, cool, cool. That is your name. Good, good. Yeah, I mean, generally, some of the best chips you can get are on repair unit defense and on repair unit damage chips. That way, every time you use your repair unit, you can either get healing or attack damage. So, those are chips I recommend everybody go after. Adora wants to know who is Joe's mama. I don't know, Joe. I mean, I don't know, Adora. You'd have to ask Joe. When I play on BlueStacks, I use the keyboard and the mouse. I don't really think the controllers work very well, honestly. Like, you move the joystick just a little bit and nothing happens. You move it a little more, nothing happens. You move it another hair and all of a sudden it makes this big movement. So, I don't feel like those Xbox controllers are very accurate for aiming. Now, some people can do pretty good with them, but I'm not much of a controller guy. Jimmy says, out of the box, nuclear repair amplifiers, what are they worth putting on? Alright, so if you've got them at level 1, they're worth pretty much... They're good, even at level 1, they're pretty decent. I mean, they're going to do something. I mean, of course, if you can level them up, that's better, but let's just say you have 2 repair amplifiers and 1 nuclear amplifier. I would put those on pretty much every robot you have and then try to level them up. Epic, glad you're liking the layout. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, it looks pretty cool for the question and answer streams, because that's just like... that's just some recorded game footage, because I can't play and answer all these questions at the same time, or I would get blown up really fast. Pranny says, or shall I rather try my luck at the super chest next month? You know, some really nice stuff comes out of the super chest, even free-to-play players. If you do everything correctly and you collect all the free stuff you get from the free part of the operations, you can normally open at least 1 super chest per thing, so that's always a good way to try it. Am I annoyed by Scorpion users? Not really. Scorpion doesn't really bother me, MWR. Paps wants to know, how much damage does the Mars detached thing do when it's Mark III? Well, that depends. I mean, I don't really understand how they calculate the damage on that. Like, I don't know exactly how much damage per second it does or anything, but it's very strong. It hits crazy hard. And when you drop it on the ground, you get 33% more damage, I think it is. Best setup for Luchador. I'm going to have a Luchador build video tomorrow coming up. So I'm not going to spoil it. Check out tomorrow's video. I'll go over like the whole shebang on the Luchador. Like yesterday, I was trying to record to get some good Luchador footage, and yeah, tomorrow we'll have the build video. It's hard to get good Titan footage for some reason. Either the game ends right when you drop the Titan, or you spawn in and there's like 4 Titans that come to kill yours. Like every time I hit the record button when trying to make Titan builds, my gosh, it's like when I'm not recording, it goes great. When I am recording, my God, it doesn't work out. Epic wants to know, do you think you could set up a bolt good enough to win a free-for-all? Maybe if you're in like a private league. I don't think the bolt would do very well unless you're in the lower leagues. Maybe in the lower leagues it would be okay. What's up, Uncle Broken Down? How you doing, buddy? What's up, MM? How are you? Ernie says you can only get new bots from the super chest now. Well, I'll tell you what, if you don't have some of the stuff that's in the super chest, there's a lot of really nice stuff in there right now. I guess that's Ono or Zono says, do you watch Tom and Jerry? No, I don't. Now, I think I used to watch it when I was a kid, but I don't even think it's on TV anymore, is it? I haven't seen it in years, honestly. MWR Scorpion is a pain in the butt, that's for sure. Alright, Ajax says, should I sell the components of decent weapons for silver or convert them or keep them? I look at it this way, if you don't want the weapon, sell it. Now you can convert it, but what I've noticed is most of the time when I went to convert something, it was going to cost me a crap load of silver. So if I don't really care for the weapon or robot or whatever, I just sell the components personally. I mean, that's really going to be personal preference, what you want to do with those, but that's how I do it. Alright, Janu says, can anyone tell me I don't have any Mark 2 or 3 bots, so if I'm to upgrade one of my bots to Mark 2 or 3, so which one will be better to upgrade? Khepri or Fenrir? Man, those are both so good. Fenrir is probably harder to kill than the Khepri, but the Khepri is probably better at like grabbing beacons and stuff like that because it's a lot faster. If built right, those are both phenomenal, but right now, Khepri is probably the better robot. Now, I really don't know if they're going to rebalance either one of those robots anytime soon. But at the moment, with the way the 2 robots are, I think as a general tank, Fenrir is the better tank. But the other one's pretty much the better beacon runner. He's almost a tank as well, but they're both awesome. I do think the Khepri is a lot more fun to play than the Fenrir, though. So that's a very hard choice. Perene says, the Scorpion itself is not a pain, but with the Stealth Pilot, yeah, the Stealth Pilot does make it a pain, that's for sure. But anything that can, like, teleport right behind you and shoot you in the back is a pain nonetheless. Samuel plays, should I sell my old Arthur Titan? This is the only reason I'm going to say no. What if they decide to buff the Arthur and it becomes really good again? Right now, it's okay. It's not the greatest, but they could buff it, and you might be like, my gosh, I wish I would have never sold that. That's the only reason I'm going to say no. I mean, a lot of people will. Zano, have a great day. See you later. I mean, a lot of people sell things that end up regretting it. I mean, that's going to be a lot of silver you can get back if you were to sell it, but do you really want to sell it? You got to ask yourself that. Are you going to kick yourself if someday they do buff it? I mean, they just recently buffed the Nodens, and the Nodens is really good again after the buff. So that's a really hard decision right there. I mean, if you're in desperate need for some resources and you just can't wait, I guess. Oh, wow.
We have a new member. Awesome. Thank you for
Epic gifted a membership. Well, thank you, buddy. Who got it? That's cool. Ski Lord says Ravener or Revenant. I would probably go with Revenant over the Ravener right now. I think the Revenant's a little bit better. Ravener is a lot more hard to play. So I'm pretty sure the average person would like the Revenant better. Now, Revenant, though, I will say you do need to spend a lot of resources on pilot skills and stuff. Revenant's probably a little bit more expensive because I noticed like a lot of robots, they can perform well with only a few pilot skills and decent upgrades, but Revenant didn't really seem to do that well for me until I really had him up there. So you're probably going to need to dump a lot more resources into the Revenant before it becomes playable. That's the only thing I'm going to say is a drawback of him. Oh, okay. Adore's a member. Cool, cool. Check it out. Yeah, that's really nice of you, bud. Thank you. Alright, Eric says 2 more upgrades and 3 enhancements, and my 2 mace and hammers will be Mark III. Nice, nice, man. That's awesome. I'll tell you what, I think once you get up to about level 6 Mark II, stuff starts to perform very well, so you're doing alright, buddy. You are doing alright on those weapons. That's awesome, man. Congrats on getting that stuff up there that high. Yeah, 12 levels to Mark II and then 12 levels to Mark III, I guess. I really wish they would change the pricing because it's so much nicer going from Mark II level 1 to Mark II level 12 because, you know, it's the same price overall, but there are smaller increments. You don't have to save up 60,000 for like a level 12 upgrade. Like the lower upgrades cost a little more, but the higher upgrades cost a little less. So it feels easier. Even though it's the same price, it just feels easier to upgrade into the Mark II range. But those last 3 upgrades going from Mark 1 to Mark II is crazy. But either way, it's still 400 million silver to go from Mark 1 to Mark II, and 400 million to go from Mark II to Mark II level 12. But it feels so much cheaper because the prices are arranged better. Is there any good cheap modules I can buy for my Fenrir? I don't know what your idea of cheap is, but On Fenrir, I think repair amplifiers, heavy armor kits, and nuclear amplifiers are very good modules. Balance units are very good as well. I mean, you really want to try and get nuclear amplifiers and repair amplifiers. If you can't get those, balance units are great. If you can't afford to get those, just upgrade the stock armor kits. They're cheaper to upgrade. And they're okay. I mean, they're not great, but they're better than nothing. But I think most of the modules are all roughly the same price. But I think there might be some of those, if you look in the thing where you can open your keys, I think some of those key chests have some modules in there. So if you see some really cheap deals and keys up there for sale, you might even think about buying some of those. I can't remember which chest has the stuff in it, but one of those chests is full of modules. But yeah, it's kind of hard to get all the good stuff that you really want. I mean, it takes a really long time. I just played my robots with the stock modules until I got up into Champion League. And then once I got up into Champion, that's when I decided, okay, I got all my robots to Mark II level 1, I think it was. And then I think I stopped and I focused on just upgrading modules at that point. And it sucked upgrading the modules, but it was a giant help. It was actually a really big help, to tell you the truth, so. But for several years, I just used the stock modules that the robots came with. I upgraded those and I used them, and they worked all right until I could afford better. The news says, by the way, from opening the gold chest, I got my Orion maxed out. Nice. Whatever I put down on any Titans, if there's levels is like under 80, I'll eat their Titan half or something more than half. I don't quite follow that last part, but it'll eat their Titan. Whatever it put down on any Titan. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, the Orion ship can beat up Titans pretty good. I'm not very good at reading. I'm dyslexic, so maybe I read that kind of crazy. Epic says, what's the most common question I get? I don't know. I'm not really sure what's the most common question I get. I don't have a very good memory. Probably what robot should I build, I guess. Ah, Brandon got 100 key chests and gave him 5 modules. Nice. Eric says modules should be able to be built in the workshop. You know, that would actually be kind of cool if you could build modules. Maybe you should mention that to them. If you're on their Discord server, there's a place on there to post your ideas and suggestions. So that would be a good place to put something like that. Disturbed Freak says, Danny, what do you think about the Siren with Lee Pilot and Smutas being a Seraph killer? Well, from what I understand is, you know, the Smutas seem to be a really good weapon for taking out Sirens. But when Sirens are, not Sirens, for the Seraph, those bendy bullets seem to really do a number on the Seraph when he's in the air compared to other weapons. Most weapons don't really seem to do much to a flying Seraph, but my understanding though is if you take a Behemoth and you put 4 Smutas on it, that will beat the heck out of a Seraph. I haven't actually tried it yet, but I have a few friends that were telling me about how good that works, so that might be something you want to try out. I think it would probably work pretty good. How much HP is khepri able to stack up the repair amplifiers and lessen the gray damage? You can't stack up a repair amplifier. Alright. Okay, over on the left-hand side of the screen, you can see it like right now. See all those little things that are lit up on the left-hand side of the screen on my stream here? You should see a little one of those for your repair amplifier, and it should stack up to 65 eventually. So as you lose health, it will gain stacks. You have to lose health and heal it back. Lose and heal, lose and heal. And after you've healed enough health back or lost enough health or whatever, you'll be at 65 stacks. So generally you got to have a lot of healing to keep your hit points high before those stacks really start kicking in. Hopefully that makes sense. I didn't quite follow your question exactly, but it does take a little while to get to the full stack. So you want to have the robot built as tanky as possible, because the more hit points and the more healing it has, the faster it's going to get up to the full stacks with those modules. Hopefully that makes sense there. Alright, Kron's using Al Quinn with bendy weapons and taking out Seraphs. Nice. I'm not a big fan of the Al Quinn, but you know what? If it's working for you, man, keep it up. Yeah, as far as the repair amplifier getting rid of the grade damage, I've never really paid much attention to how well that part works. I know you're supposed to get some defense points and some healing and stuff like that from it once it hits full stacks, but you just have to keep losing health and healing your health back, and eventually you will hit the 65 stacks on it. I don't know. Hopefully that was at least a good answer to your question. I don't know. Jimmy says he's thinking about building a tier. I'll tell you what, I really like the tier. It's really fun to play, but it's not something I would probably have full-time in my hangar in Champion League. It's a nice robot. It's really cool, but it's just not really performing as good as I would like. The tier is something I would love to bring in every once in a while for a game or two, and then probably move back out to put something in that actually performs well. So it's one of those robots where if you have to use it, you can, but it's not really ideal. Like maybe in like the lower leagues or mid leagues, tier would be really good, but up in Champion, I mean, you got to be really careful with that robot. You don't see very many people playing them because it's kind of hard to keep them alive these days. There might be a few people out there that are just excellent with the tier that still play them, but pretty much any robot, if you're skilled with it, you can do well with it. Alright, so Bellsprout says I'm using Blight and Decay Hawk and it shreds. I can only imagine what a Hazard Typhon can do. Well, I mean, you got 2 heavies and you got 2 lights. That's a pretty strong setup, bud. I'm not really sure how much more damage the 4 mediums do versus the 2 heavies and the 2 lights, but I bet it's very comparable. I guess you'd have to really like add up the numbers to see if there's much of a difference, but I bet it's pretty close. I would say it's probably really comparable. Ajax says, those were the days when Natasha was meta. I don't really ever remember Natasha being that great, honestly. I remember like Leo and Griffin being the kings. Lancelot was a beast. Natasha was cool, but I don't think it was ever like truly meta, in my opinion. That's just me though. Maybe some other people thought it was, but Braun says I've never did well with my tier. Yeah, tier really shines when you can use that physical shield, and when people aren't using a lot of kinetic weapons or rocket weapons, tier can do pretty good because his physical shield will block a lot of energy weapons. But right now, tier might actually be doing a little bit better because the majority of people in the higher leagues seem to be using a lot of energy weapons. I don't see as many kinetics. I don't see as many people using the kinetics. The kinetics will take down shields really quick, but bendy bullets are the one kinetic weapons you still see all over the place. So I think those bendy bullet guys would probably eat up your tier's physical shield quickly. So Jimmy, you marked 3 some magnums. Unfortunately, magnums are not that strong. Now, I will say this. If you have that Dr. Crazy, the pilot called Otto, that guy, man, that guy with magnums, they shoot so fast, they'll do some brutal, crazy good damage quickly. But without that thing, the magnums are kind of weak, unfortunately. AJ Corb says, the tier needs a pilot to heal some gray damage. That would actually be kind of cool. That might make him really good again if he had that. What's up, Magic? Yeah, he says, oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Cudgel Mason Hammer would tear a tier. That's hard to say. Those would tear that thing into pieces. You are very correct. I forgot those weapons are all over the place still, so... yeah, your tier would just get eaten alive with those weapons on the battlefield. Thank you for bringing that up, Magic. I can't believe I forgot about those. Jimmy's got the pilot. Nice, man. I have a friend that runs a khepri with 4 of those magnums in that crazy autopilot. My God, I couldn't believe how fast those magnums tore me to pieces. It was brutal. It worked out really good. Clayton, what league are you in, bud? He's saying magnums are deadly at close range. My Mark III magnums barely seem to damage anybody, unfortunately. Oh yeah, Ajax, that pilot got nerfed really fast because it was way too strong. I feel like maybe they nerfed it a little bit too much. That the app meter pilot's still pretty good, but not as good as it was. When that pilot came out, it was insane for a couple of days, but I've never seen anything get nerfed that fast. All right, so Janu, as you lose hit points, you gain stacks on your repair amplifier. But as you lose hit points, you want to repair to replenish your health. If you don't repair, you're going to be at low hit points by the time you get to 65 stacks. If you do repair, you'll still have a decent amount of health left when you hit those 65 stacks on a tanky robot. Does that make sense? But yeah, if you don't have any healing or you don't run a healing module, you'll probably be at like 10% health by the time you have 60% stacks on that repair amplifier. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, Clayton's a Master 3. Nice, nice. But yeah, my magnums are quite disappointing every time I try to play them. They just they don't work well for me. I do like them put them on with Terrans. Like if I'm running a robot with 2 Terrans and I run 2 magnums with it, they seem to perform well then, but 2 magnums or 4 magnums by themselves really feel weak unless you put that auto on there. But that's just me, I guess. Ajax says, shield breaker on the Seraph. I mean, if you wanted to, you could do that, yes. Pretty much any robot can run a shield breaker module. I much would prefer to run a repair module myself over a shield breaker, but I mean, if you just want to go up and kill things, yeah, shield breaker is a great way to destroy stuff without those pesky purple shields popping up every 2 seconds. Andrew says, should have pilot that decreases reload time for any active module by 50%. They have one for the healing module that reduces the amount of reload time for the healing module. But Andrew, I don't know. They might come out with something like that one day. I'm not really sure if they have anything like that in the works, but they're coming up with all kinds of crazy pilots lately. Eric says, I've seen a lot of players Mark III their bots, but their weapons aren't even Mark II. Yeah, that's kind of a mistake, because generally you want to level them up pretty evenly. I mean, most pros will tell you at least keep your weapons 2 levels above the robots. I mean, honestly, I would give everything to Mark II and then focus on the weapons. I would say weapons should be higher than the robots most of the time. What's up, Mad Cat? How you doing? Jack, how's it going? What does the most damage on Typhon? Hazard or Smoota? Those are both very brutal weapons. That's a hard one to know for sure. You'd almost have to test that out. I think Hazard's going to do more damage faster. But over time, that's a hard one because they're both excellent. They're both very different. I mean, Hazard's definitely going to take him down to last stand quicker. But you're probably going to do less damage because the player is not going to have as much time to heal up because you're damaging them faster, I think. Yeah, that's, man. I notice I normally get lower damage when I run those radiation weapons because I just do so much damage so quickly. Now, some people, I'm not sure how they're doing it, but some people have some of those bendy weapons that do damage so fast it's unbelievable. I can't quite ever get mine to do as much damage as some people do, and I'm not sure what the trick is. Now, like one guy I know, he does unbelievable damage with his bendy weapons, and I set my robot up exactly like his. We took them up against each other. His obliterated mine, and mine didn't even stand a chance. So I think some people actually have bugged weapons on their account or something. But overall, man, either one of those setups is amazing. Catter says, do you have damage dealt chips, Danny? Yeah, I think I actually have two on damage dealt damage chips. And I do run those. If I'm playing Smootas, I do like those on the Smoota type weapons. Most weapons I don't run those on, but on the bendy bullets, they work really good. Ajax, no, I don't think that would be good. The Seraph's already impossible to kill when it's in the air, so I don't think it needs anything to make it stronger in the air. So I wouldn't like to see that, honestly. What's up, Stink Mod? Magic wants a special pilot that will buff rocket weapons, either more damage or faster reload. Now, there was a pilot specifically for the flaming rocket weapons. I think it gave him more bomb effect or something like that. I can't remember what it did exactly, but we do sort of have something kind of like that, but not really. Nipa says micro hacks. Alright, so Clayton says he thinks his radiation weapons are doing less damage. Are they... that's weird. I would definitely use the one that seems to be working better for you. One thing about the radiation weapons, though, is they're a lot harder to play because they unload the ammo so quickly, and a lot of times you shoot into somebody's shield and the ammo gets wasted, so you gotta really learn to fire those around the enemy's shields, which is kind of hard to do. What's up, Rascal? How's it going? True Punisher, what's going on, man? Think Mod's running the Mark II Fenrir with Mark II Havocs and Devastator. That's a very scary build, bud. Don't bring that thing near me. Jimmy says Big Drone has 70% additional damage. Yep, that's one reason we love the Beak, is you can get 75% damage, plus you can get some durability as well. Those defense point chips plus that damage is crazy. So that's a really good damage drone with a little bit of defense as well. All right, so Clayton's running the decay on Seraph, and he says that does really good. I do like the decay on the Seraph, but I don't love it. For some reason, I find the Punishers are the only weapons. Oh no, Punishers and Redeemers, I really like both of those on the Seraph. The decay weapons are pretty nice, but for some reason, they're just not as fun to play on that robot for some reason. Jock, I'm doing good, buddy. Thank you. Hopefully your day is awesome. The Sec Lord says, is Bohemia still good? I would say yes, very good. I mean, you pack 4 heavy weapons on top of something, that hits hard. So yeah, if you can get like 4 Smutas or 4 Punchers and throw those on top of a Behemoth, it is nasty, 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 nasty. Rascal, what was it that I said about the radiation weapons? About shooting around the shields? I probably said a bunch of stuff about them. I don't really remember exactly what I said, so I'm not sure what you're wanting to rehear. But they unload the ammo really quickly, so it's easy to shoot them into the shields. So sometimes you might want to let off the first round of shots, then stop to see if the shield pops up. If it doesn't pop up, set off the next round, stop and wait for the shield, and then when the shield goes down, fire the last round. Does that make sense? Nodens WR says it's starting to be colder outside. Yes, I like it. I like it. I don't like that crazy 90-degree weather. I'd rather be chilly. I don't like it when it's really cold, but I don't like it when it's hot either. I guess I'd rather be a little cold than super hot. Clayton's going to try the Redeemers on the Seraph. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a different play style. Some people really love it a lot. I know quite a few people that run Redeemers on those and love it. A few of them are running that autopilot with the Redeemers too, and they like that a lot. Rascal says, boom. What's up, Nad? How you doing today? Andrew says, what is defense mitigation? All right, so robots have defense points, right? Let's just say the Fenrir, for example. He takes 50% less damage because he's got 50% defense points. Well, if you have damage mitigation, that will go through a portion of that robot's defense points. Let's just say you have 75% damage mitigation. It'll go through 75% of the defense points, all right? If you have 100% damage mitigation, it will be like that robot has 0 defense points because it goes right through all of it. So that means that pilot makes so weapons cannot go through, even if the weapons do go through the defense points, that pilot makes so those weapons will not go through his defense points, so they can't damage him quickly. Sync Mod, I should have a Luchador video coming out tomorrow. I'm going to do a build video. I'm going to play, I think I'll probably play one game with 2 different sets of weapons on it. I really like the Maha Vadras, and I really like the lanterns on there. So I'll do a build video. I'll go over the modules and stuff that I like, the weapons that I like, and then I'll play a game with each of those weapons. So that build video is coming up. Nodens WR wants to build a snowman. Yeah, I kind of like playing, myself, I like playing Luchador from a distance. I'd rather play him as a distance fighter than a brawler myself. I don't know why, but I'll kind of try and showcase two different playing styles for him. But ever since they nerfed him a little bit, he dies a lot easier when you get into a team fight when you're up close. So I like to play mine from back a little bit more. Makes him stay alive a lot longer. Rascal says, what would you run defense mitigator on? Are you talking about the microchips for the drones? Because I think that only works for the drone's weapon if the drone has a built-in weapon. Now the Titan weapons, you know, when you upgrade your Titan, their weapons do have defense mitigation, but regular robots, normally they don't. I mean, the Hawk has some defense mitigation in its built-in weapon, but I don't think there's really a defense mitigator that you can run on your robots. Nodens WR says, does Titans have defense points? Yes, some of them do. When you go into there to look at the Titan upgrades, it'll tell you whether or not it has defense points. What's up, Grady White? Michael Rains, hey hey. So Grady White, are you on Android or iOS, or what's the deal there? If you're on Android, I know RH, my clan's looking for a few champion members. But you gotta be Android. If you go to my channel and look at the community tab, a few days back I posted a flyer that has our clan ID and stuff on it if you're interested. Usually around, probably around 6 or 7 p.m. Eastern time, we usually have a group of guys on squatting together, so. But if you send an invite, I'll pick you up on there. I mean, if you want to join, cool. If not, cool. I mean, we're more of a laid-back clan. We're not really super competitive. We just like to play the game and have fun. We're not out there to, like, really just... we're not out there just to go and take it super seriously, and we're not super competitive. We don't care if we win or we lose as long as we had a good time. So it's just about having a good time and, playing the game with friends in our clan, that kind of stuff. So I'm not sure if that's what you're looking for or not. Like Catter says, that only works on the drone's guns, not your robot's guns. And the drone's guns kind of suck, actually. They barely do any damage. Stingmod says Cinders are hard to use. They work best on Minos, in my opinion, because you can get real up close. Well, yeah, I mean, you got to be able to get close. Like Luchador and Minos are both very good for Cinders. But generally, I don't like the Cinders. I never really have. But they still work great on Minos if you play the Minos correctly. But Ned, it does work on your drone's weapons. If your drone has a weapon that fires, the drone's weapon, but not the robot's weapon, will have a little bit of defense and mitigation. So, in my opinion, that's almost worthless, honestly. In the year 2100, man, that's a long time from now, my friend. Alright, so Kron used Cinders on the Luchador still. Nice, nice. Nuke amp gives all your weapons some defense mitigation. That's true, yeah. Once you get the nuclear amplifier up to full stacks, I believe you do get some defense mitigation on your weapons. Good point. Thank you. I kind of forgot about that, but I don't remember how much you get, but yeah, you do get some, which is kind of nice. So that will allow your weapons to go through some of the robot's defense points. So Stinkmon, Seraph is actually, the Seraph actually is a type of angel. So you were very right. It should kind of look like an angel because that's what it is. Or that's what it's supposed to be, I should say. Alright, so on the Typhon, would you run Hazards, Rad's-Door, or Mace? Well, Mace, if you're comfortable playing it up close, Mace is really cool. Mace is very brutal up close, but not everybody's good at playing that robot up close because it's kind of hard to keep alive. It's not really designed to be a brawler, but if you can get the hang of it, that setup is amazing. Now, Razdoors, if you want to just kind of like stay in the back and stay behind cover and shoot, you know, shoot and point around corners or whatever, that's pretty cool. I personally would probably go with the I think I would go with the radiation weapons myself. I really do like the new radiation weapons a lot. But any of those three setups are going to be really good. It depends on your playing style though. I mean, they're all three excellent. It just depends on how you want to play the robot. Michael says, are the Ardent Vipers any good? I do like the Vipers on some robots. I mean, Ardent Vipers and regular Vipers are all exactly the same except for the looks. And I'll tell you what, I was playing the Siren with two Vipers, and I can't remember what the middle weapon I used was, but it was great. Vipers on Al Jr. are still great. There's some weapons that I really enjoy Vipers on, but I don't feel like they fit every single robot. I feel like they work great on certain robots, but not on all robots. Now, one thing you'll kind of find surprising, but I used to love this setup, was Viper and two Terrans on my Fenrir. I don't know why, but that was a cool setup. I don't know if I would still like it. I haven't played it in a long time, but I liked it. That was awesome back in the day. I'll still have a great day, buddy. Catch you later. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, Jimmy says you can get the nuclear and the repair amplifiers out of the key chest. Jimmy got 10 repairs. Nice, man. That's good. What's up, Terra Road? How you doing, man? Terra Road's got a really cool YouTube channel, guys. You guys should check him out on YouTube sometime. Yeah, Grady White, the right drum, I can't talk. The right drone chips are actually very important. You know, somebody was asking me the other day, what's more important, drones, pilots, or what was the other thing? Drones, pilots, or modules? And I always thought, you know what, I'm not really sure. That's a really hard question to answer, but someone else brought it to my attention. The pilots, well, you can't just move a pilot from one robot to the next without having to re-roll a bunch of silver. Therefore, I think drones and modules are probably way more important than the pilots to start off with. Because you can move a drone or a module to any robot you want without having to spend any additional resources. So anybody who's wondering which ones to focus on, drones and modules definitely. Now between the drones and modules, which one's more important? Now that is a hard decision. That is a very hard decision because they're both extremely important. I would say drone chips are harder to get than leveling up your modules, probably. Grady White says 2 pulsars and 2 hazards are very effective on the Typhon. Yeah, you know, that sounds pretty nice, Grady. Yeah, I think that would be okay, to tell you the truth. I haven't tried that, but I think I would like it. All right, Jimmy, have a great day. Catch you later. Michael says, I usually have 2 pilots for each robot. Ajax, yes, I think it's magic. So if you want to increase your chances on getting good things out of the crate openings, you want to go out to the local magic store, get yourself a magic wand, pull a rabbit out of a hat, spin around 20 times, do a headstand, and then say Ella Kazam. And maybe that'll help. But yeah, I think it's just pretty much all random luck, honestly. Yeah, actually, I think if you put the right chips on the whiteout drone, it's very good. Because you can put some really good healing chips on the whiteout that will heal the heck out of you. So I still think the whiteout's an excellent drone overall. It only really works on your brawlers, the weapons, or the robots that you plan on getting right up in the enemy's face. If you're fighting face to face with somebody, yeah, the whiteout's actually pretty cool. It's not my favorite, but I like it. What are the best 3 skills to get for any pilot? Alright, so I'm going to have to say Armor Expert and Roadhog are 2 musts. Speed and durability are huge. What would be the 3rd most important skill? Man, if I had to pick one... Man, what would be the 3rd most important? A while ago, I would have said mechanic, but we have so many different things now that can help heal you up and whatnot. I'm not sure. Probably the one that allows you to activate your robot's ability again once it drops below 50% health. I would say those are probably the most 3 important skills right there. Yeah, you know, I actually did giveaways on the last, 3 or 4 live streams I had. So those ones all had giveaways. I'm not actually doing one on this one, though. Ajax needs to try the magic trick. But yeah, I kind of had a maximum amount of prizes I was going to give away on the streams, and I've already picked that many names off of the live streams, so... Alright, so if you're talking about the healing chip with the percentage after it, the higher the hit points, the better the percentage chip works. So the healing chip with the percentage is going to be great for a tank. The ones without the percentage might be better for like a really squishy robot that has low hit points, but any robot that's got nice hit points, the percentage one is always way better than the one without the percentage on it. Ah, cool burn. Thank you, buddy. Upgrade it to loyal membership. Awesome.
Thank you for the extra support. It means a lot.
The 3 Voil Royce. I probably said that really wrong, but hello? Have you tried Pulsar Puncher on the Fenrir? Yeah, it's a very nice setup. The only thing I don't like about that is the Pulsar and the Puncher don't have matching reload times. But if you can look past that part, it's a great setup. So yes, I really do like that setup. It's not going to be my go-to, but I like it a lot, actually. I think there's better setups out there, but it's very, very good overall. Hey, Michael, what's up, buddy? Michael Deja Vu. I can never pronounce that right, but how's it going, my friend? I'm doing all right, man. Hope your day is going great. What's the key to earn more silver after battles? I usually get 100 to 500k. All right, so if you can afford to buy the monthly VIP deal, like let's just say you spend $15 for 30 days of VIP, you're going to get 50% more silver after the battle. So that's one option. There's another option that sometimes it will allow you to watch an ad to get more silver. So if you see an ad available to watch when your battle ends that gives you more silver, watch that ad. Earn more honor points. The more healing, the more beacons, the more kills, the more kill streaks. Like the more stuff you do, the better your rewards are. If you happen to have any of the resource boosters, you know, those will give you more stuff too. So I think those are the main things that will give you more silver during a battle. But I mean, earning a lot of silver really takes a long time. It's not something that's really quick. You got to grind your butt off and play a lot and do well to earn a lot of silver quickly. Plus, if you have or do some of those other things I mentioned, that can help you along, but most of it does cost you a few bucks. Yeah, I am boring. That's the one thing about Steam that kind of sucks, is you can't watch ads to get extra stuff. I was playing on my Steam account the other day, and I did notice one thing I liked about that is you can do the little like daily resource drop all 3 times without having to watch videos in between on Steam. So at least you got that. I mean, it's not much, but TMO, what's up? Do I think Sarah should get a nerf? I think it needs to have less defense points in the air. It's way too hard to kill in the air. So yes, I think it does need a little bit of a nerf, honestly. Rascal says, nice Hades play, man. Well, thank you. Hades has always been one of my favorite robots, but I don't play him as much anymore due to the fact that there's so many people running shield breakers. Brady White says, are any of the current new pilots worth trying to get, Otto or Kate? Well, I have a problem with both of those pilots because me personally, I change weapons around on my stuff a lot. So if I put a weapon specific pilot on a robot, I don't think that would be useful for me because I'm not going to always be running lockdown weapons. I'm not always going to be running plasma weapons. Now, if that's not a thing for you, if you truly think I'm going to put these set of weapons on this robot and that's what I'm going to use for the next, I don't know, year or something, then yes, those pilots are definitely worth it. I've seen somebody with that Kate pilot and some punchers just obliterate people. I mean, personally, I like those pilots, but I wouldn't use them myself on my personal account. Now, I you know, if I was going to set them up on the Battle Wreck account to make a video or something, because I have that other account Pixonic owns that they let me use, that's the only time you're going to see me use like a weapon-specific pilot is on their account. But yeah, I mean, if you don't change weapons much, those pilots are very good. I like both of them, honestly. What's up, Damo151? How you doing? Okay, so if Angler had a legendary pilot, what do I think it would do? I think I might actually have an answer to that. Hold on a second. Whoa, what am I doing here? Let me check something out really quickly. I think there is a pilot coming out for that. Where's it at? 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 Where's where's it at? Where's it at? See, I'm gonna be really annoying until I find it. I'm trying to find the Discord room where I get some leaks. All right, here we go. There's going to be a new pilot called Marcus coming out, and there's going to be a new pilot called Amma Basarap. I probably said that wrong. Where's the where is the news on that? This is all written in Russian here. All right, so Marcus is going to increase the angler's durability duration by 20%. So there is a pilot coming out for him, and it will increase his ability duration by 20%. So that's pretty much the answer to that question. We don't even have to guess. We already know what's going to happen, actually. So that'll actually be a pretty significant increase to make his ability better. You know, I used to always make the leak videos. I don't know why I stopped. It seemed like they weren't really getting that many views, so I was like, well, maybe I won't make these anymore. Like there is times where I make a leak video and it gets a crap load of views. There's times where I make a leak video and it gets like 200 views. So I'm like, maybe I should start that again. I mean, sometimes people do like the stuff on the leaks. What do you guys? Do you guys like the leak type of videos? One of the other reasons I don't like doing the leak videos is sometimes it's hard to get good photos of what the new stuff looks like. Ajax says clickbait is the way to go. Stink Mod's up there in Diamond League. Nice, buddy. I like Diamond League, honestly. Damo's doing good. That's awesome. Hopefully your work goes good tonight. But yeah, I get a lot of leaks beforehand. But there's a lot of other YouTubers that somehow get the leaks before I do, and they're getting better photos from somewhere. But I think most of the YouTubers put out videos about it before I even find out about it. So that's another reason I think I was getting a little lower views on the leaks. But I guess not everybody watches every YouTuber. That's true. Maybe you guys aren't watching some of the other guys that do the leaks. I don't know. I guess I really don't need the pictures. I mean, I could just be like, hey, this is the new pilot and this is what it does. Even if I don't have a good photo, I mean, I guess that would work. Two Hornets. Okay, Suresh. Hornets are really cool weapons that do a lot of damage, but they have a major disadvantage. The reload time is long. So you got what, like a 12 or a 14-second reload on those things? So basically, you've got a long period of time where if another robot gets close to you, you have no way to defend yourself anymore. You are going to get obliterated by some brawler who rushes you, and you can't do anything about it because you got a 14-second reload. Now, if you're able to stay out in the back corner somewhere and just kind of like snipe, yeah, they're great weapons, but I always find myself getting into a bad situation where I need to be able to shoot somebody and I can't because of that reload. All right, so giveaway winners will be announced at the end of the month. I got to start getting the winners picked here. I got like 2 days. Over the next 2 or 3 days, I'm going to be getting the winners together. I think in 2 days, I have to have the list turned in, so. What's up, Slow? We got Slow in the house. How you doing, my friend? Slow is in my clan there. He flies on helicopters, guys. Slow the helicopter guy. That's your new nickname from now on. Nad likes the short videos. Yeah, I like short videos too, honestly. It's kind of hard to make short War Robots videos. I would like to be able to keep all my War Robots videos under 10 minutes, but then I feel like, I don't know. Maybe I put too much gameplay on my videos. I'm not sure. Nad says 12-second reload on the Hornets. Yeah, I think they used to be longer, but they buffed them. You know, Nad, that's a good idea. If you put a jump module on something when you're trying to reload and if somebody comes at you, you can jump away, which will actually buy you a little bit of time. So that could actually help. That might be a pretty good idea. I like that idea, actually. Think says if you like ranged luchador, maybe try Cyclone Cataclysm. You know, Cyclone and Cataclysm do very little damage from a distance, but they do huge damage up close. They're kind of like the Scourge and Calamity and stuff. The closer you get, the harder they hit. So they're almost worthless at 600 meters, but they're brutal at point blank. So those aren't really designed to be a long range weapon, honestly. They're designed to be able to play from any range, but if you really want to take advantage of the full damage, you got to get up really close with those. Clayton says, no, I like long streams. I love watching you play. Man, I'm glad you're enjoying that. That's awesome, buddy. Thank you. The best ranged weapons according to me. Huh. Well, I really like punchers a lot. Punchers are phenomenal. They do more damage closer than further away, but even at a pretty decent distance, punchers can be really good. I really like the radiation weapons a lot. The bendy bullets are extremely good. But as far as ranged weapons, those are about the only 3 ranged weapons I think I actually play. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I like that has a bit of a range, but most of the weapons I play are up close weapons. Up close weapons tend to give you the most damage the quickest. Oblivion says, am I the only one who thinks Seraph isn't overpowered? I don't really feel like it's overpowered, but I think it doesn't take enough damage when it's flying. Okay, so Fainter says no, AJ Corb says Fainters are crazy good range at 600 meters. I kind of disagree about that. The Fainters are great weapons, but trying to hit a moving target with those from 600 meters is very hard to do. I think they're more of a up-close weapon than a long range. I mean, yeah, they do have a long range, but good luck hitting like a khepri or a phantom or something that's trying to zoom by with those. Like, the further away you get, like, the harder it is to use, because you kind of have to lead ahead with those weapons. So I guess I haven't quite got the hang of those at a range yet. But I mean, if you can land the bullets, then yeah, they're very good. Yeah, you know, the bendy bullets do promote camping. That's the one thing I don't like about them. Like yesterday, we were playing Team Deathmatch for the first time in I don't know how long, and it was nothing but harpies and sirens and bendy bullets everywhere. I mean, it was just like, yeah, it turns people into campers. It really does. Hell's Freddy, what's up, buddy? He says, Fainters are amazing against Titans. Andrew says, Seraph doesn't take much damage on the ground. Yeah, you know what? It's pretty hard to kill overall, but when it's flying, it takes like 80 to 90% less damage. So you can't really, it's not even worth shooting at that thing when it's in the air. But it is hard to kill overall. Yeah, I haven't really been playing bendy bullets in a long time, but I'm hearing they really do a number on the Seraph, so I'm about to set up a behemoth with 4 Smutas and try it out and just see how good it works against the Seraphs, because we do need something to fight against those Seraphs. Not true. Damo, you're almost correct, but the Fafnir has defense points on the ground and it's squishy in the air, so everyone but the Fafnir is squishier on the ground. So I agree with you, except for when it comes to Fafnir. Nicholas Tover says, Chimera, Hydras, and Spirals, Aphids Extra. What about them, bud? Those aren't weapons that I would really use. I mean, down in the lower leagues, those might be okay, but once you get up in the Champion League, nobody's really running them. Like, I got a set of maxed out Hydras, and they're kind of disappointing. But there's a lot of weapons that you can use in the lower leagues, but once you move up to the higher leagues, they're not as good anymore. Like I always say this, if you're going to get weapons, try and focus on getting and building weapons that are actually still good in the higher leagues. Because I mean, it's cool to get a bunch of different stuff that works well in the lower leagues, but once you move up and you're just kind of like, my weapons aren't working any good anymore. So you probably want to focus on going for weapons that do work well in the higher leagues. Lowe says, Seraph is another one of those bots that makes the game boring. They're not fair and way OP, way too many on the battlefield. There are too many on the battlefield, I will say that. I'm getting annoyed with them myself, so I agree with you on that. So Oblivion's trying to find a clan on Steam. Are there any Steam players here that can accept Oblivion into the clan? Oblivion, what league are you in, buddy? You should probably put that on there just in case somebody is recruiting. Think Mod, you're welcome. Michael says, gold weapons, that's where the power is. Generally, yes. I'd have to actually look through that because there's a possibility some of the gold weapons may or may not be that good. They do change some stuff around all the time. All right, Stinkbot, have a great day. Catch you later. So Grady White says, I hear that the Seraph's hitbox will be expanded in the next update. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, when I watch a Seraph, I'm not really sure how to judge how big the hitbox actually is, because when the Seraph goes up in the air, there's a big, huge rectangle that goes all the way around the Seraph. I mean, is that not the hitbox, or is that something different? I don't know how to see what the size of the actual hitbox if that's not it. But that's one thing I've never really paid attention to, was hitboxes, or I've never really looked into it. So the hitbox is the programmed area on the robot that you can actually fire at, which hits the robot. Okay, so Damo says you cannot actually see it. So if you can't see it, how do you guys know that the hitbox is small? So maybe you can teach me something, because I really don't know that one. So Catter says the hitbox is the square in the center that you shoot at. So is there a second square? See, I'm not really much of a person that pays attention for something unless I'm actually looking for it. If I'm not looking for it, I don't pay attention. I don't notice things that I'm not actually looking for, which is kind of a bad thing, but... So, I mean, a lot of people, yeah, they're saying the hitbox on the Seraph is too small, making it harder to hit. Now, what I've noticed is the Maha and the Maha Vajras have a really hard time hitting the Seraph and a bunch of other robots, but I don't know, if I go up against the Seraph on the ground and I've got my shotguns or my punchers, I can normally do a pretty decent amount of damage, so I haven't really noticed a problem myself with it, but a lot of people are saying they have. But if they do, maybe there is a problem and I'm just not noticing it. So if they do make the hitbox bigger, that means it would probably be easier to kill if they do upgrade to a bigger hitbox. And Michael says he feels the Seraph's hitbox might actually be smaller in the sky. That's interesting. It'd be kind of cool if we could easily see the hitbox, actually. Yeah, Nat, I don't know. They're saying it's not the big rectangle around the robot. There must be like a invisible box that we can't quite see. Alright, Damo says Manny did a video on it on his YouTube channel about the hitbox, and he explains it. I actually haven't watched it, but I did hear a couple of people who did watch it were talking about that yesterday. Alright, Jaresh says, is it worth replacing my maxed out retaliators with blinding weapons on the Heimdall? I would say yes. As of right now, I think the blinding weapons are a lot better than the retaliators. The retaliators are very nice, but after they nerfed them, they did lose a lot of their pizzazz. You know what I mean? They went from being really good to just being kind of okay, and the one problem I've always had with running just retaliators by themselves is, if I remember correctly, they got like, what, about a 12-second reload or something? So I think they take a little longer to reload than a lot of the other beta weapons. So if you can, yes, I think the lanterns would be a great replacement for those. So the Evil Royce, there we go. The Evil Royce's bullets with spread have a really hard time hitting the Seraph in general. That's how you can tell with the hitbox. Normally when I'm fighting a Seraph on the ground, I'm trying to get as close as I can to him to get him at point blank with my shotgun. So maybe that's why I don't really notice. Is my goal is to get right next to his face and pound on his face from point blank. So at that point, I don't really have much of a spread. That's probably why I'm not noticing it. Slow says, any word from Pixonic on addressing all the bugs that the Seraph seems to have? Well, I guess they tried to fix some of it. I don't know exactly what they're doing it, but I know some people said they're supposedly going to be working on it. I just don't really... I haven't heard anything directly from Pixonic themselves as far as what they're going to be doing to it, but supposedly they're going to be working on it. Yeah, Damo does the same thing, gets up nice and close. But most of my weapons are designed to do the most damage at close range. That's why I try and always get up real close. AJ says people will probably stop using the Seraph. When they fix it, they will start dying a lot more. And yeah, shotgun to the face will always hurt. Shotgun to the face. What's up, Ham? How you doing today, buddy? Good to see you. All right, give me just a second. I'll be right back. I need to grab a drink of water. We'll probably go about another 30 minutes on the stream, guys. So give me just a second. I will return. Okay, I'm back. I am back. All right, let me scroll back down. Let's see what now I can't talk. Let me see what we got going on here. Oh, hell is Freddy. You out of here, buddy. Have a great day. Catch you later. Thank you for stopping by. Bendy weapons are good for killing anything you can't miss. Yeah, Michael, I guess the bendy weapons really do. I mean, as long as you actually bend them. Now, if you shoot somebody straight on with the bendy weapons, they spread all over the place, and a lot of them miss. But if you bend it, yeah, pretty much they're all guaranteed to hit, I think. So, bendy weapons should be pretty good at beating up Seraphs, I guess. AJ Corp says, hey, what a cool stream too. chatting to people about the game and asking questions to a cool guy that plays the game. More of the streamers should do things like this. Yeah, you know, the Q&A thing is pretty fun too. I think Adrian, after he does a lot of his streams, like after he ends the gameplay, I think he usually sits there and talks with people for a little while as well. I know Chief used to do a question and answer. Him and Islander, I think once a week, had a Q&A stream where the two of them got on there, and that was always a lot of fun, but I'm not really sure. I think Islander has just been so busy with his real life job and stuff like that. And then Islander, I don't know, I think he's playing a lot of other stuff these days. What's up, Mr. Roboto? Hey, Bruce, how's it going? Hammond, yeah, you're a little bit late, but you know what? At least you got here before it's ending, right? Alright, Hell's Freddy. Catch you later, buddy. You know, I don't really see Seraph with Smootha very much. Most people I see running Seraphs are running the Punchers, I've noticed. Punchers are definitely the best weapon for the Seraph as far as I can tell. I mean, I've tried almost every heavy weapon on them, and I'm telling you, man, Punchers are just good on there. Hero's done with the homework. Nice, nice. Michael says, do you ever think they will make it possible to fight other clans that we are able to choose ourselves? I don't really think they're going to do anything like that. Now, what you can do is you can get 12 people into a custom game. So if you have somebody on your friends list or you know their player IDs, you could actually set up a clan battle in a custom game. So that's something you can actually do, but you know, I guess it would take a little work to make that happen. So let's just say you knew somebody in a clan. You could say, hey, I want to battle your clan. How about we set up a time to do a custom game and we battle it out? So you can do that. What's up, Alien? I still need to do this. I don't know why I don't know why I'm slacking on this, but I've got this great plan to get 12 players together. Everybody running 5 level 1 Cossacks with level 1 Punchers or something like that. Level 1 Punishers. And we'll just all battle it out with level 1 weapons and level 1 Cossacks. I think that would be a very fun video, but I've been saying for months that I'm going to do this and I haven't got on it. Alien says, why these token chests give out 500 fragments? I don't know, buddy. I don't know how they have it set up. I don't know if it's like set to give you certain things or if it's set to be random. You would really have to find the person who programmed it and ask them. I really have no idea on that one. But I don't know who programmed it, so I'm not really sure who would even know the answer to that. Grady White says, what are my PC specs? Alright, so I've got an 11th generation i7 processor. I've got a PNY graphics card, which is the cheapest one I could find, but it was a 3080. The PNY 3080 is nowhere near as good as most 3080s, I will say that. But it was dirt cheap compared to most graphic cards, so it brought the price of the computer way down. And I think I got 32 gigs of RAM. Yeah, I think when I bought the computer, it came with 16 gigs of RAM, and I spent like $40 to get another 16 or something like that. It's a pretty nice computer. I was a little worried that the graphics card wasn't going to do the job, but I mean, Most people that did reviews on it said it was pretty decent. They're like, this is by far the worst performing out of all the graphics cards, but it works. And it does, it works. It's been pretty good. I really want it like a Asus or a MSI, but those were like, at the time, those were like $1,800 graphics cards, so where this one was like a few $100, you know what I mean? So I don't know, I couldn't afford to buy a $1,800 or $2,500 graphics card. That's crazy. I think the prices on the graphics cards are back down a little bit now, though. So I think you can buy something a little cheaper these days. All right, Hero, have a great day. Yeah, that would actually be a lot of fun to do that. One of these days, I think I'm going to have to talk to the Dead Clan about that. We know the Dead Clan really well, and there's a lot of people in that clan, so I think we could easily get a group of 12 guys together to fight it out in Cossacks. Ah, nice. Jock got the corrupted Fafnir out of the super chest. That's awesome, buddy. I hope you enjoy that thing. I mean, it's not as fun to play as it used to be, but it's still really good once you get the hang of it. I really wish they would give him some speed back because that would make him fun again. But yeah, it's a cool robot. Michael says, try for this Sunday. I probably won't do it on a live stream. That would probably just be a regular video. But yeah, maybe I'll talk to Pothead from Dead and see if we can get him to round some guys up or something. He's always into that kind of stuff, so I think he'd be good at rounding a few of his clan members up for that. I'll see if I can round a few of mine up. That should be a lot of fun. Yeah, the corrupted Fafnir looks amazing. Like, I love the looks of that thing. Nice. Michael's got the bell turned on. Brady White says, I need a major PC upgrade. Yeah, you know, that's the one thing that sucks about PCs is sometimes you gotta save up for a while for those darn things. Alien says, what's the best modules for Ravana with Mace? Alright, I would probably go with 1 nuclear amplifier and 2 repair amplifiers. And I'm kinda thinking maybe a phase shift with the armadillo drone. That might be a pretty cool setup for him, actually. Maybe try that if you've got those things. Yeah, Grant. Honestly, though, you don't really need, like, I think you can get like a 60 series graphics card for a pretty decent price again. My understanding is the chip prices or the graphics card prices have came way back down. I haven't looked lately, though. For Drag, I think most of us would love the fact that we could turn the boosters on and off, but this was their logic behind not letting us choose when to use the boosters. They say if we want to play 3 games with boosters, buy 3 boosters. Don't buy them when you don't want to use them. Of course, after the rework happened and we got everything transferred over to the new types of boosters, those of us who have a lot of boosters left, unfortunately, we can't choose when we want to use those boosters. We just have to play them until they run out. But I do see their logic, but I think almost every player in the game would love it if we could choose when to use the boosters and when not to use the boosters. Actually, I mean, I don't know. I don't like it either. But that's what they said. We want people to buy them before the games. So that's our way to choose when to use them, is when we buy them. So I'm not really sure why they decided to go that route, because nobody really likes it. But that's how they got it set up, unfortunately. Michael says, I don't have boosters anymore. I can't afford to spend money on everything. Yeah, you know what? The reason I have so many boosters on my account is because I never played with them. I rarely activated my boosters, so over 6 years of playing the game, I saved up a lot of them. So I got a crap load of boosters, but when they're gone, I probably won't buy any more myself, because generally the only thing I really care about is I like to getting that 20% speed from the boosters, but all the other stuff, I could care less if I had it or not, honestly. So if I don't have boosters, no big deal. You know, if I have boosters, cool. If I don't, it is what it is. Hey, young son, how's it going? Nice to see ya. Young son has Manny has a great video on the Seraph. Midnight Man, what's going on, buddy? Unfortunately, I think you're coming towards the end of the stream, but hey, it's always awesome to see you, my friend. Jock says, I hate the new booster cap. They cost gold. Yeah, you know, I think you can win some from daily tasks and stuff like that, so you might get a few boosters here or there. Best build for under 4,000 gold. Build for what? Are you trying to get drones, or I'm not really sure what you're trying to do for 4,000 gold exactly. But 4,000 gold really isn't very much. I think most robots, if you were to buy a robot with gold, it's usually like what, 12 or 15,000 gold, I think. So honestly, if 4,000 gold's not going to get you much, I think it usually costs about 6,000 for a good drone. So honestly, I'm not really sure you're going to get much for under 4,000. I mean, I'd have to look through like every single robot and every this and every that to see what they cost. So I'm not really so sure about that one. Yeah, Jock doesn't like the boosters either. Grant says, why is the game not on console? I don't know, but you can get it on Steam and My Games, which are PC gaming platforms. I'm not sure, like, I don't know why they don't have it on like Xbox or anything like that. I'm not really sure. I wonder if they can add mobile games to gaming consoles. I don't know how that works, actually. Well, Burn says, Danny, when you run out of the speed boosters, the khepri nerf will be real. You know what? You're probably right. Best weapons for under 4,000 gold. Well, the only weapons I think I would actually spend gold on would be buying Terrans, which are medium weapons. Terrans are amazing. I think they're what? 150 gold each or something like that? Or maybe they're 1,500 gold. I'm not really sure. I don't remember what they cost, but the Terrans are great weapons to buy with gold. How many keys? Crap. I used to know how many keys it takes to open a super chest, but I forgot. Does anybody know how many keys it normally is? It 1,200 keys? Is that what? No, that's not it, right? 12,000 keys? Okay, Nad says those are 1,500 gold. So yeah, I'm not really sure if you're going to be able to get anything good for only 4,000 gold, to tell you the truth. No, it takes more than 1,000 keys to get a super chest. I think it's 12,000, 14,000. Not just the big chest, the actual super chest. What's up, Homer J? Cannot read that language, but hello. Okay, Super Drag says, what should I buy? The nuclear amplifier or a nebula? I would probably... Do you have chips to put on the nebula? If you have good chips to put on the nebula, I would say get the nebula. If you don't have good chips to put on the nebula and you can afford to upgrade the nuclear amplifier, then go with the nuclear amplifier. I guess that's probably how I would do it. Alien, you know what? I was playing Hiachi. No. I was playing Bulgasaria the other day. I suck with both of those dash bots. Like, I cannot play Heihachi or a Bulgasaria worth a darn. Never have been able to play those bots. I don't know why, but I totally suck with those two. I was trying to play the Bulgasaria with bendy weapons the other day, and it was not working out. But I'll tell you what, if Hiachi had a gold shield instead of that blue thing, I bet that would be pretty good. Yeah, Cool Burn, it's definitely somewhere in the 10 to 15,000 keys range. I think it's around 12,000 keys. Andrew here says 7,700, so... Let's just play it safe. We'll say it'll probably cost you between 7,000 and 8,000 keys during the discount. That is just a rough guess, though, okay? But that does sound right. I don't know if they've changed it recently, but that's probably about where it goes. When deploying the rocket launcher, okay? I don't know. Let me look at something real fast. I can tell you what the stats say, and then you would add 33% to that. I don't really know how to do the math, so maybe get out a calculator, unless you're like a math genius. I am not a math genius, so... If you check out the Mars, a Mark III Mars, it says his weapon does... Crap, it doesn't even say. Are you kidding me? Wow. Hold on. Okay, 34,017 damage. Now, is that how much damage it's capable of doing from the time you throw it till the time it comes back? I don't know. It doesn't really explain how that works. But it says 3417. Alien, no, this is just some kind of music from the YouTube audio library. It's not Linkin Park. I'm not really sure who it is. It's just like background sounds. I do notice there's a few songs that sound similar to really popular songs, though. So they probably did try to make it sound like that, but a little different. Yeah, I'm not really sure how to judge some of the weapons. Hunker down. Hunker down. Hunker down. Okay. Can you lock down from the deployed rockets and the Mars bot at the same time? Are you talking about the turret, Hunker? The lockdown does seem to work on the turret, and I guess it would work on your regular weapons, so I would think so. I don't know, but I would think so. So Alien, I don't really listen to Linkin Park. I'm not really sure. But I know I've heard some of their songs. That one part does sound a little familiar, so. We got about 5 more minutes left on the stream, guys. Is anyone here free to play that has opened the super chest? Yeah. I believe if you complete the operation passes, and I'm talking the free part, not the paid part, I'm pretty sure that gives you enough to open a operation chest, if I remember correctly. But I believe a free to play player can do it. At least we used to be able to in the past, so I would assume we still can. But yeah, I don't know. I'd have to kind of add up how many keys you can get as a free-to-play player these days. But I know about a year ago, a free-to-play player could easily open up a super chest if you did the right things and played the games enough. But I don't think it's easy. You probably got to get on and play a couple hours worth per day. Grant, hey, what's up? He says it's a nightmare. What's a nightmare, my friend? All right. Nad says if you have the best pilot skills for a legendary pilot on the Hayachi, you can run it plenty good. Well, the thing is, you got to learn to play the robot. And for some reason, I can't learn to play that robot. Not everybody's good with everything, you know what I mean? Just like Minos, I cannot get the hang of the Minos for the life of me, but other people will go out there and just dominate with it, so. Minos is amazing if you play it right. Ham says, I opened it last season, but this season only got about half. Yeah. One thing you could do is probably save all of your keys up and wait till they have that overdrive rush or whatever to open it faster. Then you can spend your keys and it would be a lot easier to get one, actually. Now, PGO, okay? I don't think he's doing YouTube anymore, but Positively Geeking Out on YouTube had a video. It was a short 60-second video that explained how to open a super chest easily as a free-to-play player. Now, I don't know how relevant that video is, but maybe go on YouTube and search PGO super chest and see if you can find the video. Maybe it'll pop up still. Check that video out, see if it helps. I don't know. It was a while ago, so it may or may not still be relevant, but it's worth a look, I think. Hunker Down says, what Titan is the best in the game? Minos, ha 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 ha. I'm just reading what he said. Don't mind me. Oh, nice. Perdrag finished the Mender. That's awesome. What happened to PGO? I think he just had... I think he was just so busy, he just barely had time to do the YouTube thing. And trying to find time to do the YouTube was like stressing him out really bad and stuff. So eventually, I think he just decided, well, you know, I just don't have time for this anymore. Kind of sad. I really enjoyed his channel, but it is what it is, I guess. But just like a lot of YouTubers, you know, they just don't always have time to keep up with it. It's not an easy job being a YouTuber. I mean, I would say on a really good day, I spend 8 hours. On a busy day, I spend 10 to 12 just on the 3 YouTube channels I have. So it's a lot of work. Ah, Nad, you're playing Mercury, huh? That's one of those robots that's super fun to play. I was never good with it, but I still like it. Michael says, you got me dying. Alright, I'm not going to read off the part that you said because I already did it once and that was enough. That took a lot out of me. Yeah, that's cool. You're playing the Mercury, Nad. That's a very fun robot. I think I played that a couple live streams back. It might have been a few months ago, but it was a good time. Alright, everybody. Well, I think that's going to wrap this stream up. We've been going for about 2 hours-ish or something like that. Yep, we've been going for about 2 hours, so I got to get up and get some stuff done, so I'm about to pop off of here. I just want to say thank you guys so much to come out. If you haven't got entered in the Unknown Seraph giveaway yet, there is a video up. There's a few more days to get your entries in. So you might want to go look that up if you have not got entered. The giveaway will be ending, so probably in the next day or two, I'm going to start having to turn in the winners. So probably on the 29th, I will start picking the winners. So you got today and tomorrow, basically. And that'll give me 2 days to get all the winners picked and the list finalized and stuff. So get over to that video and get entered, guys. We got 200 of those babies to give out. So far, I've got about 50 or 60 winners picked off of the live streams, and that means we got about another 150 to pick off of that video. So that's a lot of people. All right, I'll answer one question real quick. Ken, you got to look in the pilot section every day. It'll pop up 3 pilots. You can watch a video to refresh it and 3 more pilots will pop up, or you can spend some gold to refresh it and 3 more pilots will pop up. But you just got to keep doing that. Come back daily and wait till it's in there. Every day it refreshes a new set of 3 pilots you can buy, so keep an eye on that. All right, everybody, thank you guys so much. You guys are all amazing. Everybody who donates, channel members, thank you for the extra support. Moderators, thank you for being here. You guys are amazing. I appreciate all of you guys a lot, but I got to get going. So everybody have an amazing day. And everybody who watches the videos and comes to the streams, I appreciate you guys just as much. Thank you all for being here and lining out. Have an awesome rest of your week and see you on the next stream. Catch you guys later. I'm going to read it off. That's what that guy said. All right. I'm done being stupid. Later, guys. Hunker, thank you, buddy. That's awesome. That's a good way to end the stream. Thank you.
So much for the donation. You are awesome.
Hunker is the man.
Hunker down.
Later.
$10 through Super Chat.